Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. We are going to be shopping my stash kind of in like Sarah Rosa's style. She was the first person that I saw do a shop my stash in this way, where we're going to shop my stash for like a particular look slash color. And I figured since we are starting out the new year, why not grab Pantone color of the year, Viva Magenta. And I mean, I'm on trend for this year, which is good. So why not just lean into it and do a whole look based on the color magenta that is Pantone's color of the year this year. If you're interested in seeing a look using magenta products, stay tuned. First, if you have not, I would really appreciate you subscribing to this channel, liking this video so you don't miss any future Project Pan, Get Ready With Me, review, declutter, that kind of content over here on this channel. And I would love to spend some time and hang out with you. But let's just get into shopping my stash. So before I take you into my collection to shop around, I do have some items that were in my everyday makeup. These are items that I'm currently panning, but I will also be picking out of here occasionally, but I'm gonna bring you a little closer to my collection now. And since the coloring is gonna be washed out, I'll have clips of all of the products that I'm grabbing so you can see the true color of the products we're bringing out. Starting in my base category, we don't have a whole lot in terms of magenta. So the closest thing that I have to magenta is going to be this guy here, which is my LA Girl Velvet Blush Stick. And even this, I mean, it's pink. It's a pink. Then foundation and primer, it doesn't really matter because again, nothing is really pink in here, so it really truly doesn't matter. I am going to wear this, and I think because I'm subconsciously drawn to the fact that it has pink writing on it. So this is the Uoma by Sharon C. This is the Flawless in Real Life foundation in the shade T4 Fair Lady. Primer, same reasoning. I'm going to pull this one in because the Good Molecules, I had to like bring it out of the light. And also because I want to put SPF on, I am going to bring this one too, just to get my SPF boost on that one. So concealers, I don't have anything that has pink on it, so it doesn't really matter. Then I think that's gonna be it. I don't really want to pull a cream highlight out. I'm just not really interested in that right now. So we'll move on. I know I have my lips here, but what I'm really gonna pull is this guy that's currently in my year-long Project Pan. This is a lipstick that is a beautiful deep, it looks deep magenta, but it's like a very beautiful color when swatched. Then in terms of lip gloss, I think I want to use the shade Cupcakin'. Is that what this one is? Oh gosh, this is gonna fall out. Oh no, stay in your home. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Cupcakin' shade. This is the Fenty Beauty Cream Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Cupcakin'. Oh, hi Ripley. Ripley is here, so if you hear meows, that is why. And then that's gonna be really it from this. Actually, I'm going to bring in a lip liner too, just to tie in that dark plummy magenta. So I'm going to bring this guy in. This is a Kiko lip liner in the shade 316. So we're over here in my complexion powders now. I keep mine like powders versus liquids kind of just separated to make it make sense in my head. Ripley, you gotta stop rubbing your face on the lens. I'm going to pull this guy as like a glowy blush topper. This is the Kaleido Space Age Mars Melter. This is much too dark for me to wear as a like standalone highlight. I think I also want to bring one of these blushes, but which one? So I am going to bring one of my ColourPop Sailor Moon blushes. This is the From the Moon one, just the slightly more pink toned. Alright, so this isn't magenta, but it is going to be a pink leaning highlight, and I think it'll be extra sparkly for the cheekbone. So I'm going to bring this guy out. This is Dandelion's Pegasus. It's just like a super flaky highlight. So for bronzer, I don't really have a whole heck of a lot of bronzers I'd want to wear. So I'm actually going to pull this guy out. This is just it's a contour shade. This is an eyeshadow by Bare Minerals. I just want it to be more of a blushy look. So I forgot about my Sugar Glow kit having a really beautiful magenta-y highlight in it. It is this shade Gumdrop. It has a really beautiful magenta reflex, so I'm also going to be using this possibly. And I don't really need a face powder. What I'm going to use is just my Project Pan powder. I'm just going to be using these today, not any of these. And then I have my Project Pan Pan Those Eyeshadows palettes here. The only one that I think I might want to use in this look is going to be the Sour Patch Kid one, because I have a couple like bright pinks in this palette, so I'm going to set this out on the off chance I want to use this. However, I'm not entirely sold that this is the palette I want to use. So this might be a little bit of a challenge to find magenta. Maybe in my Glamlite palette. Yeah, that has quite a few pinks in it. So I think I'm going to pull this out and get this a go. Give that a go. It's another very possible contender. I'm just going to set this out again. This is the Dragon Fruit palette by Clionadh and Emily Violet Marie. I'm going to pull that out. I think this Menagerie palette has a couple pinks in it. I'll pull this out too. These have like 3 really solid options for pink too. I know it's very washed out, but it's very much brighter. And then I am gonna just set this out. I might want to play with some of these Clionadh shades. They are, I know the lighting is so awful in here right now. I'm so sorry. But I will probably pull this out to get a good look out at. So there's that. No qualms about using a lot of palettes. Then the last thing we can look at is single loose eyeshadows and eyeliners. I am going to just pull out, this is a Shop MeloLops Neon Pigment in Atomic. This is just a very bright pink eyeliners, but this has magenta packaging. And then I think just to make sure the look is grounded and I don't look too sick, I am going to use a nude eyeliner in my waterline. Set you guys back on my desk and we're going to get ready together now. So I'm very excited for this. We're going to start with my eyes first, just because that's typically what I always do. I'm going to be using my matte eye primer by Ulta Beauty. When I'm filming this on the 5th of January, it is on sale right now. It's half off. So if you're curious or you need a new eye primer and you want one that's actually good, this one. I would definitely recommend this one. This one has never let me down. We're going to try to touch as much as I can. By no means do you need to have like 17 palettes in order to do a look. I just am someone that wants to touch all of my collection and I just have these, so we're going to use them kind of thing. I think the first thing we're going to do is go in with my most intimidating color for me to work with, and that is going to be the ByMelolops Neon Pigment in the shade Atomic. So I'm just taking it on a very small brush. This is the Reefer number 14, and this I'm going to maybe I don't know, maybe we'll do a halo eye. I haven't decided what I want to do with this look at all, but I feel like a halo eye could look really cool. Should I zoom in? I should zoom in. This is already off to a very exciting start. All right, and then I'm going to be dipping into my Glamlite Ice Cream Dream palette, and I'm going to be kind of mixing between the shades Mochi and Bubblegum here, just like dipping back and forth, just to get a color to blend this more neon color out with. Then I like to take a brush that has no product on it, and this is a little stained from like colors I've used before, but I've wiped it off. But I do like to reblend with a clean brush just to make sure there's no super harsh lines or anything like that. All right, I'm gonna continue to use my Ice Cream Dream palette, and I'm gonna go into the shade Black Cherry, and I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of chocolate. I'm just gonna tap between them just to deepen out the plummy, pinky, magenta-y shade. It is a touch. And then we're gonna put that right on the outermost corner. I'm really trying not to disrupt the magenta shade that we laid down already, or like that neon pink. I just wanted a little depth. All right, and then I do want to pick up, I look like actually crazy. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that MeloLops pigment and just kind of re-intensify, because I am going to cover the majority of my lid space with a shimmer on top anyway, so I just want this kind of to lay as the base, not get lost from that darker shade that we laid down. Yep, we just went all over apparently with that. I'm going to take the brush that had the lightest shades from the Glamlite palette, and I'm just going to use that to blend just the very edge. I'm not adding any product, I'm just blending the product. I'm going to use my NYX glitter glue. No, this is my Too Faced glitter glue. If you have the NYX one, great. If you have any glitter primer, also fine. This one is just the one I have in my collection that's open right now. So that's going to just go on the center of the lids so we can intensify the shimmers that are going on. So I'm just tapping it onto that, and then I'll tap it into the very center portion. So then I do want to take, I do want to take this one first, this Rainbow Sherbert shade here. I just think this will be incredible on this look. You know what? I'm going to use my finger. I don't often use my finger. All right, and now that that's on, it's definitely not as bright of a look as I usually like to go. So I am gonna go in with the Dragon Fruit palette and that shade Refresh. I'm gonna tap that on the very center of the look. Make this not look as one-dimensional. So now that the eyes are basically done for the most part, like we have to do the lower lash, but that's after I do the rest of my makeup. I usually do the lower lash. So we're just gonna go to foundation and stuff. Ripley just keeps coming in and checking on me. It's really cute. To start, I am going to put some SPF on. This is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. I'm probably not putting a lot on, as much as I should, but it's fine. Don't come at me. My job is indoors and I don't see the sun often. And then I'm going to go in with my priming moisturizer by Good Molecules. This was just like a trial size that I got as gratis from work. I'm going to go in with 2 pumps. I have been having drier skin, so I do like an extra moisturizer. It's weird. Never having dry skin to having now skin that's dry, like right here is very, like, I can feel it's like tight and painful. I like to put my like color cream cheek products on first before I put like my concealer and foundation on. So I am going to be putting on the Velvet Contour Stick by LA Girl. This is in the shade Velour. I am just going to pile that on. Not quite the right shade. I'm also going to touch a tiny bit, a little doot of this just to make the color a little more pink, not like corally pink. And it's okay if it's like very blushy because I'm putting this on underneath my actual foundation and stuff. I am now going to go in with the concealer that I grabbed. This is my Bye Bye Under Eye concealer in the shade Medium by IT Cosmetics. I need just the tiniest little amount, and that's usually like enough for one section, like the tiniest. This thing's gonna last forever. All right, and then taking my Uoma by Sharon Flawless in Real Life foundation in the shade Fair Lady T4, I am going to take that just a little bit. I don't like a super full coverage anymore if I, just not my jive. So I usually am just going to take a little pumpy, 1 pump, I dot that everywhere, and then that's what we use. I used to be like a 2 pump foundation kind of gal. I wanted like full coverage, and now I just don't care. All right, I am pretty happy with the coverage on this. It's more of that light medium kind of coverage where like some of my imperfections still show through, but I still like look smoothed out and put together. So I am going to use my Hourglass finishing powders. First thing I am going to go and use is the Incandescent Light shade. I just love this on my under eyes. Absolute favorite, and it's running out. Like, is a good problem to have. Like, something I'm truly enjoying is running out. Then I'm going to take the shade Dim Light, and that's going to go all over and just kind of take a lot of the tackiness out of everywhere else. Not really set it, but just take a little bit of that tackiness down. first thing I want to do is go in with my, I just like doing my highlight first, then blush under, like on top of it to tone it down. So I'm going to go in with Gumdrop, this guy here that has the largest pan. It has a really beautiful like magenta-y shift to it. I don't know if it'll capture on camera at all. I can see it in person, which is important. Then I'm going to go in with my ColourPop Sailor Moon From the Moon blush, which is just the bright pink. I'm going to tap into it lightly, like just smush my brush into it, and then I can always build up. It's hard to take away. I do want to take a little bit on my nose for that, like, I just got out of the cold kind of look. I am going to take the Kaleidos Mars Melter a highlight now. I'm going to, this one's a little bit lighter, so I'm going to tap in a couple times, and then I'm going to put this kind of bridging the gap from where that highlight was and the blush, like right sandwiched in between them, just to make that like such a glowy, beautiful blush. Then the last thing I'm going to do for highlight, because we're going a little crazy, and I'm going to take the Pegasus highlight from Dandelion's company. This is something that you need like the tiniest little tap in because it is super flaky. But I'm just going to put that as high as I can, almost like sandwiching it between like where my highlight really should go and my outer corner. Kind of a knockout of a look right now, if I'm being honest. I am going to dip into the Glamlite Ice Cream Dream palette again for this. I'm going to dip into Black Cherry and a little bit of Bubblegum for my lower lash line because I don't want it super harsh or anything. We're taking that across the entirety of my lower lash line though. And then for the sake of wanting to use more shades from this palette, I am going to go in with Strawberry here, and I'm going to put that on the very center of the lower lash line and look straight ahead to get the placement. Now that I have that center shade, I'm taking that brush that had the other colors that we put on the lower lash line. No additional product, but I am just using that to blend out and make this a little bit smokier under there because that's my vibe. And now that we have the lower lash done, I'm going to go into the Morphe palette one more time and get my inner corner shade. That's going to be this guy here, the shade called Super Sassy. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm going to take my highlighting brush and dip into that shade too, just to do the brow bone. I'm actually not really feeling like a liner is needed for this look, but I could be wrong. But I am going to do like a really little like line on the very top, but I'm not going to bring a wing into the equation. I'm just going to line the top lashes. I'll be right back when I'm done with this. I don't feel like that really added anything, but I did forget to grab a setting spray before, so I'm just going in with the Urban Decay Ultra Matte setting spray. I just have it. Gotta put the lips on. So I'm gonna line with this. This is the Kiko Milano Lip Liner, Creamy Color Comfort Lip Liner in the shade 316. Okay, so that 316 is on my lips, lining it, and I'm gonna go in with the Kiko Milano Arctic Holiday Matte Lipstick. I don't know. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I love this color. All right. I didn't expect to love this color as much as I do on me. Then we're going to top it off with this more opaque kind of gloss. This is Cupcaken by Fenty Beauty. I think this was a limited edition for the holidays. It's got that center lip, a little sheeny. The last thing we have to do is our mascara and eyeliner. So I'm going to put on my Essence Extreme Lasting Liner in Silky Nude. We're going to throw that in the waterline. Mascara. Going to use a Grande Mascara Lash Boosting Formula. This one got on sale from Ulta. I think it's dry, a little dried out. Who knows? But the formula, like, it actually doesn't look bad. It's just a little bit drier than a fresh mascara normally is for me. It's not replacing the Tarte tubing mascara, if that makes sense. That one is so good in my opinion. And that is, I think, everything for this look. We're done now. So let me know if you liked a monochromatic magenta look. Would you rock something that is bold eye, bold lip like this? I feel like the pink hair gives me a little bit of an edge leaning into something that's a little bit more dramatic like this. It kind of is like, oh, well, it makes sense. You're already all pink. Why not add more? But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching my Get Ready With Me shopping for Viva Magenta products in my collection. Hopefully this kind of encapsulates the color in a decent way. Hopefully I did it some justice. I am not someone that usually gravitates towards pink eyeshadows, or at least I used to not. Now that I have like the pink hair, I'm like, yes, I can see myself doing like more pink looks, more pink lips like this. Like this kind of color now is more of like a staple every day. Maybe not as intense as I'm wearing it today. Maybe just blend it out into like a light wash. But I do like this kind of color on my lips now more often than I have this kind of hair. But that is it. Thank you guys again so much for spending some time with me this morning, shopping my stash, getting ready with me. I am going to go to work looking like this today, and that's fine by me. But again, thank you very much. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, don't forget to thumb it up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. Also, leave any color requests if you want to see more of these, like shopping my stash for a certain color. Let me know what colors you'd like to see, and I will film them for your viewing pleasure. That is absolutely everything that I have to say today. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and until then, I will catch you in my next video. Bye!
Are you upset that the kitten's not playing with you? Are you upset that Rip